Me when World War III starts and I tell my friends I told them not to worry about global warming because we're all going to get nuked soon anyway.
You all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
My ex-wife when I suggested she might be wrong in an argument. And this is me when someone else criticises my channel on their live stream.
Where the f*** you get off talking to people about me behind my back going over my head?
What people?
What people would you think I wasn't going to find out?
Hello people, welcome back to the show. A fun concept today. We're going to do the perfect 4 fragrance collection. Can I make a perfect 4 fragrance collection? There's no the perfect one. And my concept here is that we're going to have 4 key categories that I think are some of the most fundamental categories for male fragrances. Number 1, or whatever order I do these in, citrus aromatic. I like a citrus aromatic. Number 2, a Fougere or aromatic Fougere. Okay. Number 3, the Chypre fragrance, another key classic pillar style in perfumery. And number 4, I'm going to get in trouble now, the Oriental fragrance. I think some people are now calling them spicy amber, but I'll stick to the old-fashioned name. So what do you think about that? Can we get a great, fantastic citrus aromatic Fougere, Chypre, and Oriental fragrance and make a perfect collection? Let's find out. If you want to buy fragrance samples in the USA, Canada or Puerto Rico, please go to myfragrancesamples.com, my number 1 recommended place for your fragrance samples over there in North America. Myfragrancesamples.com, myfragrancesamples.com, myfragrancesamples.com. Great range of designer and niche scents. Okie dokie. One other quick thing. Looking for a stunning fragrance for spring? Why not try Bon Viveur from Norton and Wilson? An amazing gin and tonic accord mingles with the lemon verbena, lime, pepper, vetiver in the base. Stunning fragrance. Check it out. Link in the description. You can buy that in the USA and Canada and in the UK. Okay, fragrance 1 then. Let's go for a citrus aromatic for the springtime, for the summertime, for that situation when you just want to smell really crisp, fresh, when it's hot summer weather, you're going on summer holiday. So many options here, but I'm at the moment, you know what, and I've got the proof that I wear this. I'm going with Creed's Irolfa. Creed Irolfa is an amazing 1992 release, now credited to joint perfumership there on the part of Olivier Creed and Pierre Bourdon. Maybe Pierre Bourdon, I think some people would say, is the man who really did it. Top notes on this one, according to Fragrantica, you've got lime, bergamot, melon, green notes, lemon, violet, and caraway. In the mid, you have herbal notes, pine tree, ginger, jasmine, pepper, cyclamen, nutmeg flower, lots of notes. And in the base, you've got ambergris, musk, sandalwood, oak moss, and cedar. This is one of the most invigorating, crisp, zesty fragrances you can get. A little bit of that sort of old-fashioned eau de cologne style, but it's got a little bit more magic to it. It is, I think Greg from the Greggy Boy 76 channel once said it's as if you are on a beach getting the hints of sea spray, maybe hitting you in the face, or that ozonic sea spray kind of smell, and you have the smell of some delicious fruits being sold on the beach. That is not a bad way of looking at it. Really, really zesty, fresh, bit of a sea air thing. Creed's classic ambergris, a thing that comes out of whales' holes or their mouths or one end of them or the other, and it's a classic. It's a really, really charming citrus fresh fragrance for men or women. I really, really like this one, and you can obviously wear that all year round if you want, but it's particularly appropriate on warmer spring or hot summer days. Let's go next to the fragrance style that some people say now must be renamed, but I'm going to stick with the old-fashioned name, forgive me. So we used to call these Oriental fragrances. So these are things maybe with a little bit more sweet and spicy stuff in them, often some nice woods as well. So my bottle's a bit grubby there. Let's see if we can... What's been going on here? That'll have to do. Okay. Egoist from Chanel. This is really an outstanding fragrance. Again, the 90s, 1990, Jack Polsher was the perfumer. Top notes of Brazilian rosewood, my favourite type of rosewood. Coriander. We've also got mahogany and Sicilian mandarin, my preferred variety of mandarin. In the mid, you've got base, damask rose, obviously the only rose I like, carnation, and base woods of sandalwood, tobacco, maybe, don't know if I pick up on that, vanilla, leather, amber, and ambrette. Well, that's what it says on Fragrantica, at least. So this has one of the most lovely, delightful sandalwood notes you'll ever smell. A little twist of sweetness and some spices. It is absolutely masterfully executed, still great in its modern formula. I've got an older bottle, so if you love sandalwood scents with a bit of that Chanel class, they bring such class to things. This really is a lovely, creamy sandalwood, a little bit of freshness in there, and a spicy, woody combo too. Amazing stuff. Egoist from Chanel. So I've got 2 crackers, 1 designer and 1 niche. Let's go on to our next selection, and we're going to go with, you know, obviously I love Bois de Portugal by Creed. That's actually not quite a Fougere, but it could almost fill that category with its similarity in smell to as many Fougeres. I'm not saying this is the only perfect four, but right now I'm loving New York Intense from Nikolai, and this is a 2014 release, although the original New York non-intense was released in 1989. That was still around, and then many people thought the formula wasn't as good because it got reformulated. So the 2014 New York Intense release apparently restores the former glory of the original New York Intense. Indeed, those are the words of Luca Turin, the esteemed perfume writer who loved New York Intense and loved the original New York and wore them as his signature scents, and still does, I believe. Oak moss, bergamot, lavender, citrus, pepper, black pepper, cloves, cinnamon, castoreum, petitgrain, civet, thyme, incense, vanilla, musk, Artemisia, styrex, and chamomile. So this one has green freshness, but it also has a really, really nice powdery aura about it. A little bit of an almost Guerlain air, and of course the perfumer there, Parfums de Nicolai, is linked to the Guerlain family, but this is not a Guerlain house, of course. So wonderful vanilla, almost a kind of benzoin thing in the base maybe, and this spiciness, this powdery odor, and a sort of fresh, dapper, gentlemanly style. Very, very nice, a bit less green and dank than another one that I really love called Bois de Portugal. And this one is classified, I think, as a Fougere, officially speaking. It's one of those powdery Fougeres. Another great option could be Invasion Bar by MDCI. Okay, last but by no means least. Now I've got two niche fragrances in there, and we have one designer. Now let's go for more of an artisanal house. Chypre Siam by Rogue Perfumery. This is, of course, our Chypre fragrance. This is stunning. Perfumer Manuel Cross really produces amazing, excellent fragrances, often with that old school vibe. This reminds me a little bit of a richer, more, what shall I say, I think even slightly more exotic cousin to the great Mitsuko from Guerlain, which I also have and enjoy greatly. But I now prefer this. It's richer, it has a little bit more oomph to it, and it is an absolutely stunning creation. Somewhere here I've cheated on my idiot sheet, and I've written the notes down. So top notes of kaffir lime, which I believe is other people are renaming now, but I'll go with what's listed on Fragrantica. Don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger. The top notes of kaffir lime and basil, mid notes of jasmine and ylang ylang, and a base of oak moss civet. Spices, benzoin, sandalwood and leather. This really is exquisite. Green bitterness combined with a beautiful exotic incense air and a smooth sandalwood leathery undertone. What a magnificent unisex fragrance. Very, very rich, very complex, as good as any Chypre from the more renowned, dare I say prestigious at this point, houses of the world. Do check out Rogue Perfumery. That's the end for today. Let me know if you thought that was good, or even if you didn't. And please subscribe if you liked the video. And again, even if you didn't, just do me a favour. Help a geezer out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Great to have you guys watching here. We'll see you in the next episode. And remember, whatever we're doing in life, let's project. And although sometimes life may stink, at least we can always smell good. Bye-bye.